becoming and you are a disciple. And let me just say this. Please understand me when I say this. If you're here and you say, well, I got this struggle and I got this struggle, let me just tell you, I got my struggles too. Anybody in here doesn't have a struggle? We've all got struggles. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a heart attitude that says, God, I realize that this whole Christianity disciple thing is my mindset has been Christianity is nothing more than going to church once a week, responding to an altar call, lifting my hand when I get convicted, rather than it becoming a lifestyle Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And what Jesus taught is it is a way of life. It is a way of life. And what we have to realize is that if Jesus said, go make disciples, then what did Jesus say a disciple looked like? Turn with me, if you would, to John chapter 8. John chapter 8. What did Jesus say a disciple looked like? Because I think we need to stop. And what's amazing, well, I'm just going to read it because I get too excited. How many of you notice sometimes I get a little excited? I'm just an excitement type. John chapter 8, and this is at verse 29, and this is Jesus speaking. And it says, and he who sent me is ever with me. My Father has not left me alone, for I always do what pleases him. Now look at what it says in verse 30. As he said these things, many believed in him. These are Jewish people that are all around him right now. Trusted, relied, and adhered to him. Let me just ask you a question. Did they just get converted? Did they just accept his message? Yes, they very clearly did. We can say it like this. They responded to the altar call. They came forward. They said, yes, Jesus, we believe in you. Yes, we want you. Now look at what Jesus said to them after that instant. Look at what he said. So Jesus said to those Jews who had believed in him, if you abide in my word, hold fast to my teachings, and live in accordance with them, you are truly my disciples. Verse 32, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Verse 33, they answered him, we are Abraham's offspring. They're ticked now. They're irritated. They're offended. Descendants and have never been in bondage to anybody. What do you mean by saying you will be free? What I want you to notice is this, is they accepted him. And when they accepted him, immediately he explained to them what a disciple is. He said, realize you have taken the first step, but if you want to be free, if you want to have a good life, if you want to have a life that's better than anything else, then my word must remain and abide in you. And when it does, it will set you free. But realize that you've been converted, but you are not free yet. Freedom comes after conversion, where I stop and I say, I need Jesus. And what's amazing to me, I think, in America today, is we have this mindset that because I've accepted Christ, I'm free. No, it's when I apply his word that I get free. It's when his word becomes alive in me that I get free. I want to very quickly just give you a few things that we glean from this. In verse 31, what we see, and this is number one, is I must have a hunger for God and his word beyond conversion. I must have a hunger for God and his word beyond conversion. This is a way of life. It is more than me just getting out of my mess. It is more than just now I've got fire insurance and I'm not going to hell. No, you've got enough Jesus that the devil hates you anymore. He hates you even more, and he's going to make your life miserable. And so you've got to stop and say, I'm out of darkness and into light. I'm going after him with all that I am. See, what we have got to realize in our life is I have got to have a hunger for God on the inside of me that doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. There's nothing natural that can satisfy it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have goals, because you should. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have aspirations, because you should. But we as people must have a hunger for God, for his word, and for his ways that cannot be satisfied. This is personal. Nobody can give it to you. Your parents can't pray it on you. Your kids can't in it. It is a personal thing in our life where we come to the place in our life where I have a hunger for God every day beyond just conversion. It is a hunger for Him and for His ways. And we see this in verse 31. Number 2 is this, a belief that God's word is absolute. It is absolute.